And there we are live. Alrighty. Hey, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Alrighty. Hey, David. And hey, Daniel. I hope you're both well. Alrighty. Today, it's BF 109 time, as the t-shirt shows. So, yeah, at the end of the day, or even the start of the day, as it happens, we're making the cockpit of the BF 109. It's a very simple equation, I think you'll find. Let's do it. I've just realized there is a potential slow down part to the process. Fuck off, fly. There's a fly in my living room, and it's annoying me. Anyway, first up, before we make any assessments, now, next, what we shall do, I believe our assembly, here they are. First, I'll move the camera around. Okay, I've got a rather, or I've got the luxury of a day entirely to my own disposal today. And gotta say, it's not a bad little outcome. All right, in we come. In we come. Now. What we shall do, bing, let's get these, and for God's sake, wait, get those off of the assembly instructions. Dear, oh dear, and only one, Rob. All right, now, here's something I'll point out to you that I've had a bit of a look-see and consideration about. And it is, now, these decals, I'll even show you how they've come up, and you can hardly see them. And I did speculate very seriously about using the ones, because as you may be aware, I have started cannibalizing. And as you can see, with the decals on, you see 4/5 of fuck all. Now, I'm comfortable with that. That's probably as good as it gets. Give me a moment. Hang on. Maybe further in. That's it. Now, when I looked at the option on the decal sheet from a spare kit, it wasn't going to give us much more detail than that. So I had to with the idea of putting the other decal set on. But no, we're not going to do that. Now, our next, all right, first protocol now is to put the chair on. We're going to want that to dry, aren't we? Yes. So, although, because of the fact it's got that nice solid backing, you will let it dry for a while. Whilst we are waiting, we can do some painting. Then we'll come back to this. That's probably the way to roll. Because I'm going to want that to be fairly stable, as in the chair, before I start putting photo etch and stuff on. And there's also a total of 5. There's also 2 pieces that need to go on it, as well as the photo etch. 3 pieces, in fact. That actually, scope this out. I'll just notice something then. Okay, here we go. Is that what this looks like? I'll show you. See if I can get you right in to show you what's happening here on the. No. Here we go. That's probably a little too close. Bit further. There we go. That's good. Now, what it looks like, because there's 2 little bits that go on the side here, but also consider the photo etch needs to go on there as well. And what I'm wondering, I am wondering, and you may well ask why. I'll stop that right now. It looks like that's actually slightly higher, but what I was speculating about is should I put the photo etch on and then those parts? I mean, this is certainly something way down the track, but I'm planning ahead. I'm wondering if those are the things that the bottom of the seat belts go onto, but now that I'm looking a little closer, probably not. Now, as a small bit of miscellaneous, I don't know if humor is quite the right word. Excuse me a moment, I've just noticed something. This is a small part of a very important part of the P51B. I shall put that aside so that I do not find myself in the position of losing it, because I would be very grumpy. Yes, I would. Now, as I was saying, we'll get our. So yeah, looking closer, I don't think that is the case actually. But now something that's kind of funny. Let's see if I can. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Now this is a new seat that we got set up. If I look around for a moment, and as luck would have it, I actually found the original seat. There is a slight difference in the shape. That's interesting. So what I might do in that instance, yeah, you'd wonder about that, wouldn't you? But yes, they are, mate. I can confirm those decals are on. Excuse me a moment. The issue in itself is that this is where I would have preferred. They didn't really give options on painting it up. But this is one of the reasons why I prefer to detail dashboards myself. If you actually look at the color of a dashboard, often it is the dials are black on a black background, and that's what the issue there is. All right. Anyway, I'll give you a quick zoom in on this. This is kind of interesting. Now, bear in mind, these are both Bf 109 seats. Bearing in mind that the only difference, that's from the original kit, the B, which we may as well as use, that's an E. Now, whether the seats changed slightly in that time, I do not know. But at the end of the day, it was actually had launched quite, for God's sake, quite a freaky little way to landed on my computer desk, and that will just fit nice and snugly. Das is that. Give me a moment. So, yeah, there we go. There's our. That'll help it along a little bit. There we go. Oop, oh no, I have to zoom out. Jolly good. Boom. Just that easy. All right. Or it will be, in theory. Let's do it, shall we? Then we'll let that dry for a while. Whilst that is drying, because all our other, There's a couple of little tidy-ups I wouldn't mind doing on the paintwork here, actually. And we'll do them. Hang on. Or have I done them already? I think I might have done them already. Yeah, I'm thinking we'll do a bit of work on our wheels and wheel stalks while the seat dries. And then when it's dry enough, we shall give me a moment, and I'll just grab a piece of paper towel. We shall proceed with some, or once it's dry, we'll put the rest of the stuff on it. Now, come on. Come on, don't give me this nonsense. Yeah, those it wants to. Give one more chance, come on. Alright. Here we go. No, there's nothing. That should all be. There we go. Now we have glue, kids. Now. Ooh, you better believe we got glue. That's coming out at a rate of knots. Now, fortunately, I managed to get that away before it got too messy. Give that a bit of a wipe on the needle. Bing. And you made it just back, got it out just in time, I tell you. Slight bit of straightening. That's nice. Little nudge there, perhaps. Boom. So there's our chair in position. Oh, for God's sake, we all know the drill here. Give us a moment. So there's the chair on. Now, as I said, we'll let that dry because otherwise it's going to start moving around in a manner that I frankly could live without. Now, bit of painting whilst we let that do its thing. And next port of call will be the photo etch. Now, first port of call. Let us locate. Looking, not finding. That's because I haven't got them out yet. Aha. 9. There's 2 rear wheels. Which one do we use? And there is a difference. I think the difference is that one you use the photo etch, another you don't. Now, give me a moment. Here's our wheel stalks. I have done them. Oh, Rob, you've done well, big boy. There's bits I haven't done, but I have done some of the parts of them. I don't need to do the glue, which is rather useful. Have I done the wheels? Let's have a look. No, I have not. Let's get them done, shall we? Now, and that is going to require glue, and that's fine. Now, zoom out a bit further, perhaps. Give me a moment. Alright, I'm back. Now, I wouldn't mind doing all the gluing on the wheels and the wheels. I'll do the wheel stems again because there's no harm in doing that, of course. And then we'll start taking care of business. Now, what I might want to do, C14 with photo etch. So, yeah, that is the difference. If you look at these two wheels, I won't necessarily zoom in, but there's two rear wheels. One has a bracket there, one does not. And the one that does not is the one we use, and that has photo etch on it. Alrighty, so we're going to need those two, and we're going to need these. Jolly good. Alright, let's do it. Now, for this, we will want to go with a fairly crisp brush, I would suggest, for the hole, or on the hole. Some of it we can go a bit heavy-handed, but I generally would prefer not. No. Now, that's mixing up quite well for us today. No. Alrighty, jolly good. Bow, bow, ding, ding, bow, bow. Crack that whip, ding, 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 ding. Licorice whip, ding, 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 ding. When a problem comes along, you must whip it. Here we go. Now, where have I put the... there, jolly good. Delay. Now. Delay. Now I might as well, whilst I am here, do my paint the lid thing. And then we'll get down to some nitty gritty action once I get my goggles on. It's a remarkably dark colour for the undercarriage, I would have thought. But if that's what it was, that's what it was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Now. Delay. There you go. Now, clean brush. There's something I've got to do, and I will attend to right now. There's a part that I have not glued on one part of the fuselage. So we'll do that. As I've got the paint out, we'll obviously do the painting first. It's not going to matter if I don't, so that doesn't need to be, I don't have anything else done on that side of the fuselage, so we just glue that on. But, now, delay. Excuse me a moment, I just want to scratch my ear. Oh, that's better. I had a very itchy ear just then. It was most unpleasant, you know. Now, what I might do is some of this at least is I might apply the old game of go round the outside, do the fine edges with our sharp brush, and then get a little savage with the big brush. It's an effective methodology, in my opinion. Now, next, we will go. Okay, we'll go with start with this one. Will we? Maybe. Now, yes. Yeah, we do need to redo these anyway. So, yeah. We'll cut them in. And then we'll do the big bits with a bigger brush. Well, actually, maybe we won't with this one. Those ones are pretty easy. Now, there we go. All right. All right, so next. All righty. All right. All right, that's that done. Them done. Actually, while I'm here, given the size, I may as well. Then I'll give you a zoom in. And then bear in mind that when I give you a zoom in, we will be adding other colors. But this is the glun for the undercarriage. Yeah, they're going to look nice and solid in the colours now, which is what you want. This is what you want. This is what you get. Now, give me a moment. I'll take my goggles off. There we go. So you can see we've got the glue on. What I'm going to do is probably some aluminium there, a bit of dark grey there, another bit of aluminium, and that's what will finish those off. But that's what our we'll see if I can get a better focus for you. Hang on, need that close. That's better. There, so you can see how it's, and here this lower area being where the springs and stuff are, and a few little absorber areas are. I'm suggesting that, or painting it such that it's going to look like it's the mechanism there. That's the drill. That's the idea anyway. Now, next, zoom out. Goggles on. Next, into this. Let's have a good close look. Yes, we'll go. All right, here we go. We want to go into, now we're, oh, you can't really see what I'm doing. There. Yeah, it's going to be a bit tricksy. It's very, here we go, hopefully. There we are. Oh, that's going to look very sweet. Yeah, good. All right. And we'll make sure we leave the bolt. Yes. Very crisp. Next, if you zoom in on this one when it's done. So if we go there, we then come up to here. And then, yes, so once this one's done, it's onto the front wheels. But first, let's get this done, shall we? Oops, got a little carried away there. That's okay. Then we put in black on top. I think that'll cover it. Now, so we come up here. And yeah. All right. Whew. Give me a moment. There we go. There we go. Now the idea here, if we can bring it right up, there we go. You can see I've left the linchpin clear. We'll hit that with some bronze to highlight it. There's another little pin just up there we can do. Another little spot there, and we'll be doing a little bit of highlighting of the spring mechanism and stuff there. And of course, then there's the tyre still to go on. But there's the start. Now, zoom out. Gogs off for a moment. Excuse me. All right, people, I'm back. Now, put my goggles back on. Now, we will go. I have zoomed out, have I? Maybe slightly that way, up, out a bit. Now, here we go. That's better. Whew. Oops. Alrighty. I can see a really nice opportunity to do a little bit of detailing that I've never done before. I've never done that before. Ooh, yeah. I'm sorry that the paraphrasing of a from a very dodgy movie, as you can gather. That mates I saw when I think we were about 15. The actual line is, "She's never wanted to do that before." And we were just in stitches then, and when we recall it, it gets us into stitches, and now it's just like, yeah, whatever, man. There we go. Now, this is getting a bit rugged actually on the brush because of its little now there we go. I might have to change my brush at various points, but that almost and a bit more into there. Almost done. It's just these little bits in, there we go, and around, because it's got, there we go. Now it's not, I've got a bit carried away in a few spots. Again, black will fix all. I'm going to do that with the same brush, am I? No. What I'm going to do, I'm going to clean this brush up. I'm going to get another crisp brush, do these little, there's a difference in the two, there's two halves of a wheel. One half is not going to be too harsh on a brush, that one, but the other one is. So if we do the stuff that's not so harsh on the brush, we'll do that first, then we can get a little bit more vigorous. And when they're done, I'll zoom you in, and then I'm going to show you a funky little bit of detail that I believe is a kind of cool option. It's just a little thing, but it just makes me go, ooh, I like that. Yes. Yes. Now, give me a moment. Now, clean that. Now, next, the caps. We'll go with that one. Maybe that will do it, I think. No. That will do it nicely. Goggles. Now, as I said, once these wheel rims are done, I'll give you a zoom in, because one of them, or there's a part of them that's got some very cool detailing options in my eyes. Not in my eyes, but you know what I'm saying. Now, here we just go into here. Excuse me. Now, these are also bits and bobs that we are well advised to take care of as we go along. Because we can, oops, got a bit zealous there. Ha! On the topic of zealous, there's a comedy sketch at the moment that I'm rather enjoying, just because it's a musical, and I think anyone who's viewed my streams regularly will confirm, yes, I do like my music. But it's also just the way it's set up, and it's the Armstrong and Miller. It's got, I think it's Armstrong playing the piano. It's set in a Victorian sort of setting, and he starts playing contemporary music. It starts off a bit tame with I'm Horny, progresses to I think it's Right on Time, and then it cuts to another sketch. But the whole point is, and ultimately he starts cracking out Electric Six, I Want to Take You to a Gay Bar. But on the topic of enthusiasm, in each sketch, as the gets to the pianist, it pans across the room and you hear snippets of conversation. And one of my favorites relates to enthusiasm. It's got these two ladies talking. One of them saying to the other, "And a man of God with such enthusiasm, naturally they ate him." Yep. Some of the other comments are also fantastic. What's it? They found him at a Turkish bordello. Poor man's been quite insane ever since. And then there's, "You had 15 shots of absinthe and then tried to swim the English Channel." What's another corker? It's that's it. All that was left of him was his top hat and scarf. The rest had just turned to dust. But yeah, do yourself a favor, trot out, if you've got the inclination anyway, go onto YouTube, search Armstrong and Miller, gay bar. It's hilarious. There we go. Now, you come around here. All right, now comes the mucky bit. And then I'll give you a zoom in. Delete. And then all right. Here we go. All right. Now, let me just check there's nothing else I want to do that color. Nope. Fantastic. Now, clean brush. Oh no. Oh no, we're good. For a moment there I thought I put my bloody finger on the freshly painted surface, which would have been inconvenient. Well, actually, might not have been. Now, give me a moment to finish cleaning my brush. I'll give you a zoom in and I'll explain the cunning plan that I have. Now, alrighty. Now, bam. Yoink. Now, what the plan here is going to be. Now, first I'll give you a zoom in. Right. Now, what you'll notice is that on this one, there's a rather nice little bolt that we can highlight. And what I'm thinking is we'll do that in oily steel. And by the way, you can see that's looking a little bit thick on the paint, but what happens with lacquers is that will retreat down into those crevices and eventually we'll get a nice, it'll come up very nicely. But yeah, getting back to this, what we're going to do once that dries, obviously, and before we do the black, we're going to highlight that inner nut. What I want to do is maybe go oily steel around most of it, and in the very middle there's a little pin. I'm thinking I'll do that tin. That's going to look swish. I'll show you the other one while we're here. It's unsurprisingly much the same. There we go. All right, but that's the plan. Now, obviously, we've got to let that dry first, but that's the idea I have in mind for them. Next, yes. Now, it's the part I want to glue on. I remember, Neil. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Now, give me a moment. Where is it? So we've got one of these sprues, isn't it? Now, I wish that fly that is flying around my head would fuck off. It's very annoying. Now, it's probably on here. There it is. Do I want to consider? No, I do not. I was going to go, oh, maybe I should paint the bottom. Do you know who's going to see the bottom of that? Do you want to know? Fucking no one. All right. Now, this comes over to here. Boom. Let's make sure we get it in the right spot. Oh, Jesus. I might stop using that as a thing to highlight with. I've just discovered it's a decal sheet. Jesus, Rob. What are you doing, man? Now. There we go. It goes in there. And in fact, let me have a close look at something here. Wouldn't go there. They seem to indicate that it goes on that. Yeah, let me just get my... No, I don't see the thing they're indicating it should go on. Unless I'm looking at the wrong spot. No, I'm not. No. All right, well, that's easy enough to fix anyway. So, let's get our part. Being this part here. There we go. Yeah, there's definitely something that's supposed to sit on. Or at least there's certainly a gap on said part for that. So yeah, we'll see how that rolls. Anyway. Mouthful of coffee. Bing, come here. Still not seeing what they're suggesting is the thing that this goes on. Never mind. Now I reckon I might want to try tweezers with this little. Actually, or do I? Give me a moment. Nah. I'm going to go barehanded combat and then just get this to adjust it. Now, yeah. Is that it? No. Come on. Oh, stop teasing me. You're coming out. Oh, hang on a moment. Wherever. There it is. Okay. Come on. You coming out or not? Do I have to get the lighter out again? Hang on. Maybe not. Come on. There we go. Now, hopefully, toothpick time. Slide that. Oops. To there. Come on. Don't dick me around now. My patience is limited. Oh, goggles. Goggles. Here we go. Now you. No. And aha. Now I have you. There we go. Boom. All right. And that was simply, give me a moment. All right. Bing. Yep. That little thing there. Done. Now, zoom out. Let's see how this seat's going, shall we? Let's see how the seat's going. Good. Well, all right then. Well, all right. Well, all right. Now, C52 and C49, with 52 going on. Now, do I want to do the photo etch first? And you know, I do. So we shall. Now, what I might do, in fact, I'll go a step further, will do. Give me a moment. Here we go. That fucking fly keeps hovering around and it's giving me the screaming heaves. As they do. Now, or else you'll put the first bits of photo etch, and there's actually a bit that goes on in here. Now, we're looking for, here they are. Trixie. Now, how do they go in? All right. Numbers. Yep. Okay, they're not. That's not real helpful of them, but never mind. There's two photo etch 14s. You got to put them both in separately. That's a little bit annoying. We can work with that. I'm just going to work out how I want to go about it. I guess there's nothing to say I can't do both at the same time as long as I'm careful. Then we'll let that dry whilst we get on to, well, it's got to be something we can get onto nice and easily. I'll work that out once I've got them on. All right, let's do it. Delete. Now, we want that one. We will want that. We might want, where's that file? There. We will want that. Let's do it. And zoom out just a little, maybe. All right. Now, let's get our 14s. So, they are linked at those two spots. Jolly good. Hang on. Yes, right. What I should do, give me a moment. You see, this is where now what I'm looking for, I know what I'll do. I have a cunning plan. You see, when you're doing photo etch cutting, having, there we go, you can really see what goes on now. And that way you can, there we are, lovely. So it makes it so much easier if you can see what the fuck you're doing. Is it around? quite. I would say it's these two back ones. Oh, not just that one. Alrighty. Now, that, that wasn't meant to happen. Fortunately, I can see where it is. Now you, which side am I after? That's our upper side, I believe. Or is it? Hang on. Anyway. All right. Crystal clear. I suppose we can go left and then right with our seat belt. There we go. All right. Right. That is right, isn't it? Give me my goggles. Just want to make sure I got the buckle end on correctly. Or whichever end. Toothpick. I want a clean toothpick, not one that's covered with crystal clear. Boom. Come here, you. Come here, you. All right. Now it's going to require a few touch-ups on the paintwork of the photo etch, which is a bit annoying, but that's okay. We can address. Yes, we can. Next. I'll give you zoom that out a bit. Bing. Bing. There we go. Okay. Is that it? That's it. No, it's not. Come on now. It's almost there. What's it still attached to? Hey, yo. Because it's now not sitting straight. There we are. There's how we need it to sit. There we go. Out you come. Alright. Lid on. Alright. Now, very shortly I will show you why I'm going to have to do a little bit of painting on these. But I'll wait till I've got the other ones on. I'm going to have to be very careful, I am. Come on. It's clumsy, but it'll do. And while I'm here, get in there. Across a bit, thanks. There we go. Alright. Goggles required again very quickly. Once I've got these in, I'll give you a zoom in. Alright. No, come here. Bitch of a thing. Alright, let's try see if we can just guide it with the toothpick from here. Maybe not. Come on, up you come. Up you come. No. In that case, out you come. Or maybe, oh, you bitch. Oh, actually, you might. Let me get my goggles. Let's have a good close look here. Oh, you bitch of a thing. Fun's giving me the heaps. You get across there. Down. Oh, you get the fuck back where you're meant to be, damn you. Now we're getting somewhere, I think. If I can get that. There. What I need to do is to get down into that crack without disrupting everything else. Hey, you people. Hang on. Now, yeah, this is annoying. Extremely annoying now. Ah, almost. Get in there. Breathe, Rob. This is really starting to piss me off now. It should be a one-piece bloody piece of photo which every other manufacturer can manage it. They've got the technology. I know they do, because I've seen how small some of their little bits are, and they give us this shite. Really now? Come on, AMG, you're better than this. I know you are. That's why I'm annoyed. And now I've gotten that out of my system. Yeah, it's just not sitting right. There is possibly a way. Stop. You stop coming here. You get to there. What I might have to try. It's a long way from. Oh, you piece of shit! Sorry, guys. Getting very annoyed now. This is getting very frustrating. Why the hell they've done it this way? You. Come here. You go back where you're meant to be, damn you. That might be as good as it's going to get. Not happy. Not happy. Breathe, Rob. That is infuriating. All right. It's not good. I'm not happy with it. What I've had to settle for, and what I'm hoping I can pull off later, is going to have to, because he's going to have to dry before I can even try this, and I'm still going to have to paint the bloody things. That looks like shit. Not happy. As you can see, that's just not sitting right. It's all over the shop. Further, the paint's now come off because of, this is why I printed photo, which is better. This is where AMG have failed. I'm sorry to say that. What I'm hoping is that when that's dried, I can push that down a little lower, and we'll have to get in on those bloody seat belts. Not happy with any of that. Any of that. Yeah. Shit. And it also now means I've got to... Okay, let's see what else we can do that is constructive. Let's not go out and add to that line of shallow graves in the hills, Rob. That's not necessary. Let's stay calm. Let's see what else we can do. Actually, we're running out of options. We're pretty much ready. This is the stuff that we need to get done. That's annoying. I don't want to finish on a grumpy note, you know what I mean? I want to finish on a positive, cheerful, uplifting note. It's the first time I've had a photo etch issue. I wonder if I can force it down that way. That's a bit better. I'm still not very happy with it, but it's better. It's sitting a bit better now, guys, but I'm still a bit grumpy. What I'll need to do is very obviously tidy up some of those seat belts. I wanted this done, completed, as far as that portion of it today. It's not going to happen, and I'm a bit frustrated by that. Now, do I want to put 52 and 49? Let's find them. I suppose the one thing I can console myself with is at least the seat's definitely solid. 52 and 49 are 49, and 52 hasn't been bloody painted. Really? Okay, well, we can see to that, I guess. And then, what a very frustrating stream I've had, I'm sorry to say, chaps. Once we got them done, what we might do is actually them. And what I mean by them is this. This is part of a vent. Now the front of that, as in we'll do the interior, the front of it will necessarily be grun, but the back of it will be probably actually, should we just do grun all the way through? I think just grunge it to hell. No. Grun at the front, oily steel. This is going to be I'll find out where the vent sits, and we'll get stuck into that. But first, give me a moment. Boom. All right, that was most disappointed in how those decals, well, not decals, that photo etch is gone. Never mind, there are worse fates in this world. Now, we mixed, are we? Yes, we are. Then we shall, after you've painted these, as I said, do something about those. Once I've identified where the actual vent piece sits on that, we'll do a wee bit of work on that. And now I've got paint on my hands. Just having a bit of a day. Never mind. Never mind. Now these I can get a bit rough with the brush. It really doesn't matter. Yep, okay, let's do delete. Halfway to wondering whether I should do another session on this tomorrow just to get it all up to where I want it to be. Because I want this. Now I've got the Mustang ready, so I want to get, as in the Mustang P51B cockpit ready, so I want to get this one ready as well. So yeah, I will probably be working on this tomorrow. That's okay. That's okay. Now, so I reckon I can get those other bits of photo. Do I dare entertain the notion? Well, I know what I'll do. First, let's do this painting that I was looking at. Let's not jump the gun, hey. Then, because that'll also give it a bit more drying time. And then we'll see how solid they are. If they're solid enough, we'll put the rest of the photo etch on the chair. Now, question I have is, in reality, how much more is there to do? Does it merit coming back tomorrow, or should I just go for a nah be damned? Nah be damned! On approach on the entire thing. I am unsure, people. Now, all right. Now, so we're looking for here we go. Okay, so they've got it doing, it has, do they illustrate? Give me a moment here. This is another thing I would have been kind of grateful for, is if they could have printed these in something that was actually stapled together. Here we go. Interesting. Right. Photo etch 25. I'm unfamiliar with this one. Give me a moment. I'm a little bit curious. That would seem the logical. Yep, that's it. There's not much on it. All right. That piece needs to go in at some stage, apparently, and that I would guess or suggest would go. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. That being the case, right, yeah. Well, first we'll give that a bit of a file. what we're going to do is, there's a big chunky bit there that needs to be gone. We're going to do a bit more grun. Yes, we are. Which will take probably around there and in a bit. If you look at your car, the entry points of various filters on your car when they're on the surface, they've usually got, well, at least initially, the same color as your exterior. So in that context, that is what I intend to do with that. If you follow the logic I'm applying, then we'll have our filter. This is where the color change will occur. Oops. There we go. Now, the grun will not take much mixing. Starting to feel like I can take on those bloody other bits of photo etch now. My grumpiness is subsiding. Now let me just. This is probably more brains and balls than brains. No, I should re-glue some of that. So we won't. Yeah, we won't do that. All right. Well, not well. We can. We can put the glue on at least, but we won't do the photo etch on that. You'll worry about that later. Grun was ding 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 ding. Where to put? Here we are. It's the one I used earlier. Here's one I prepared earlier. Give it just a quick shake, 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 shake. Then we'll do the interior of the vents. And I'll probably take them through a bit. Actually, do I have on hand? I reckon I might. I'm just looking to see how. Late. Yeah, definitely. Now the other brief thing, quick thing I wouldn't mind checking out. How curious. Alright. We've got a bit of photo etch to complete the rear part, where in most other kits it would just be a straight bit of plastic. Curious. Which leads us to needing to do a bit of painting there. So we'll do it. Yes, we shall. Yes, we shall. And I think what I might want to consider is taking the grun all the way through, in fact. Let me think about that. If you've got, and that goes there. All right. So we'll just go with the spots that we want to do that grün color on the interior here. That's the ticket. What I want further? Yeah, probably. All right. Now what I might do, just while very quickly here, just thin that out. That is actually the color that will be going in there, so it doesn't matter if I just quickly spread that out over it. We want that in there fairly solid. The other side, I'm not quite sure what color I'll be doing, as in the bottom end of it. I'll have to do a bit of Google foo. All right. Oh, hey, Big Racer, how you doing? There we go. Right. Actually, I'm going to take that as my line. Yes, I am. All right, in which case I should consider equally coming through to there. There we go, it's them done. Now, was there something else I was going to do with this color? Yes. Yes, there was. It's the relevant bit of photo etch. That's what needs to be done. And then we shall do this side. And when that's done, we're going to put a bit of glue on the top of that photo etch to get that solid enough for the next session on this kit. And what I might do here is just sort of prop that up like that so it doesn't hit the table. Very quickly, was there anything else in this color that needs to be given a bit of a touch up that I missed earlier? Ding, ding, ding. Nah. All right. Clean brush. Oh, hey, Bassman, how you doing? All right. Now, next, just going to put a bit of glue on that bit of photo etch, and That way we're going to let them dry and settle in. I don't want to put the other photo etch until that's fully dried. So, what we'll be doing next session on the 109 will be completing the cockpit and the wheels, I guess. Actually, you know what I could do? I reckon. And in fact, I will do. Let's get that glue on first, while I think. And then we're going to put this glue to some more use, because I'm going to give the wheels their second coat, or the wheel rims. And from there, the idea will be that we can get on and paint other bits on those, because there's a few things I want to paint on those wheels. Now, right, now you, for those who've only just joined, I've had a bit of a ongoing battle with a piece of photo etch here, that there are adjectives I would like to use. None of them are kind. None of them are happy. So I'll spare you. I'm a bit in damage control on that part. But hopefully that clears it, or solidifies it better, because then we can get the other photo etch on. Now, next, brush, goggles. Now, once I've got the wheel rims done, I'll probably wind up the stream. Otherwise, always give a zoom in on what we've done today. Now, I'll get back onto the Boss Mustang tomorrow. And we're still getting heavily stuck into the undercarriage, I believe. Now, depending on factors X, Y, and Z, we might be able to start setting up for airbrushing on the Boss Mustang, because I think we're actually getting to that point. So yeah. Now, yeah, it's looking very nice. All right. Now, almost there. Ouch. Oops, bit overzealous. There we go. Now, clean brush, zoom in on what we've done, then I'll wind up for the day. Bit of a frustrating stream today as far as the photo etch goes. But we still got at least got some good stuff done. Did not get done what I wanted to get completed, which is cockpit assembly. But hey, you don't always get what you want. But then again, as I always will happily point out, if the sum total of my issues in life are encapsulated to scale modelling, oh, what a charmed life I lead. Alrighty. Splatch. Now, cardboard here. Now, our wheels we'll start with. We did some painting, amongst other things. Now, so we got our wheel rims done. And what I want to do, you'll notice there, David's already heard this, and I think so have a couple of yous. But you see there's that nice little nut that's heavily and easily visible. We're doing that, probably oily grey, and in the very, very middle we can actually see a nut. Let's see if I can get this close enough for you to notice that. Right. Yeah, there we go. So that middle circle is going to be tin. The rest of that's going to be oily grey. Oily steel, rather. Just to sort of bring it up as a boom sort of effect. Equally, we've got, of course, that on. We've done the same thing here. So they are now coming along. Now, when we do the nut, which we'll be doing with acrylics, we can do the rest of that quite happily. Now, we've also, give me a moment. Oh, we've got to start on the rear wheel. There's got a few bits to go on that. We put that onto our fuselage side. We did a bit of painting. We painted that. And these being the vent interiors for the front. I'm not quite sure what color I'm going to do on the back. We got our seat in, but got given a bit of a boning by the photo etch. Hence why that's still got some new glue on it. We're going to need to paint them again. Annoying. Once they're dry, we can start looking at. Hang on, let's see if I can get that a better angle for you. Hang on. Ouch, that's kind of bad on my wrist. There we go. So yeah, once they're dry, we can get the other bits of photo etch in and da-da-da. What else did we get done? I think that's it. Yeah. Now, there was something I was speculating about. Give me a moment. What was it? Can anyone tell me? No, I doubt it. That was it. That was it. There's a bit of photo etch there. I will actually show it to you so you know what I'm talking about. Give me a moment. In fact, there it is right there. Now I'm wondering, is that a portion of photo etch that goes somewhere? It looks like it should be. I don't see any number. I wouldn't mind assessing that. So let's have a quick look, shall we? Whilst I move some other parts. Oh, we got these wheel stems done as well. Give me a moment. So there's the wheel stems. They've still got a bit of colour, but they've got their glun. So yeah, alrighty, we're travelling, we're getting places, but just had a bit of a frustrating experience today. All right, now what was it? That was it. I was looking to see if that was that photo etch that I've pointed out to you is a thing. Zoom out. If it is, I would anticipate wheel well. Nope. No. Okay. So that's nothing at all. Nothing at all. Alrighty. Well, that being so, I am done for the day. Alrighty. Well, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it, and thank you for your patience with the photo etch. I got very grumpy there for a little while. I'm sure some of you could have done without being deafened by my exclamation of frustration. But yeah, alrighty. First time viewers, there's a magic button I would like you to hit, and that is follow, like, or subscribe. If you want to track me down other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube. Oh, glad you enjoyed it, Bassman. And I'm Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. Oh, mate, the photo etch was a nightmare, but thank you, David. I appreciate it. I was just going, yeah. In fact, you know I was. It was just no fun at parties, I tell you. You'll get there. We'll get there. And like I said, mate, my biggest issues are centered on scale modeling. Anyway, now, what was I going to say? Tomorrow. That's what I was going to talk about. Tomorrow. Stop. Tomorrow we'll be back on the Boss Mustang. What I might do, because ordinarily I tend to do 2 streams on the P51B during the week, I might do 1 on the P51B as we get the fuselage together and start setting things up for main paint job. Get 2 on the BF109 to get to the same point. Boom. That's the plan. Which only really leaves me to say that I'll be back on Monday. Well, on Monday being tomorrow, in fact. That's my Monday, obviously. But I'll be back tomorrow at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. And hopefully I'll catch you good people then. See yous. My pleasure, David.